Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon. If you have not been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. So today's video, I am going to be testing out a new CC cream from Thrive Causemetics. If you guys have not heard about Thrive Causemetics before, I'm going to give you some info on them as well as the products. I did receive these from Thrive Causemetics, so thank you for sending these over. And of course, I am going to do a full kind of review on it, tell you guys what I think, and show you kind of the before and after. I am excited to try this. I've never tried Thrive Causemetics. I've looked at many of their products before. So I'm super excited to try them. If you're interested in finding out a little bit more about the brand, the new product, and seeing it applied, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so as you can see, I have my eyes done, not my brows or my face. That's because we are going to put on a CC cream. I'm super excited to test this out. I think it's going to be really cool. I did get a beauty sponge as well, so I'm going to wet that and just give it a try. If I don't like it, I'm going to switch to a brush because you guys know I'm more of a brush person. So if you hadn't heard of Thrive Causemetics, they are a smaller brand. The owner is named Carissa, I believe, Bondar. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. Her brand was inspired by one of her friends who died at a young age of 24. There is quite a story behind the brand, so if you want to check out their website, I'll post it down below and you can check out that full story. But basically for Thrive Causemetics, it's kind of to give back to women and kind of help them thrive. Of course, that's where the name came from, which I think is amazing. For every product that you actually purchase from them, one is donated to a woman kind of in need of cosmetics, so I think that's really awesome. They are 100% vegan, they are cruelty-free. And I believe they are paraben and sulfate free in all their products. It's kind of more geared towards like a natural brand, which is nice with good ingredients. So if you're interested in something like that, then I think you would like to try them out. But without saying any more about the brand, I'm actually going to read some info for you that I got on the card for the product. So the product is called a Buildable Blur CC Cream. It launched on August 1st, so it is available now. I will also link it down below. It's for $38. I believe that is US pricing. It's an oil-free product, multitasking, color-correcting cream that blurs and diffuses skin imperfections with buildable sheer to full coverage, it's saying. So we'll see if we can build it up. It provides a natural finish, and it does have an SPF of 35, which is great. So if you're looking for something lightweight with an SPF, this could work for you. And I like that it says it's sheer to buildable. So if you want to sheer it out, you can, and you can make it more buildable. And we'll test that out. It's supposed to blur pores and your fine lines. It's infused with a smart pigment technology, color adjusting micropigments that can conceal redness, rosacea, discoloration, and dark spots. So it says to apply 1 to 2 pumps to your sponge or your fingertips. So you can use your fingers as well. I'm going to try the sponge, and like I said, if I don't like it, I'll switch back to the brush, just because I am more of a brush gal. You do get 1 fluid ounces or 30 mils, which is pretty typical in any kind of like foundation, CC cream, BB cream product. Now, I did get this cute little bag as well with Thrive Causemetics, and it says she believes she could, so she did. Hashtag Thrive Causemetics. So that's a really cute little bag. I think that's cool. So they sent over 2 kind of like deluxe sample sizes. So I got the shade Fair Light, and then I also got the shade Fair. So I got these 2 shades, and I think right now I can probably use, let's see here, I think I can probably use Fair Light. I think that'll match me. I may be a little bit darker than usual, but these will work for me, and it's kind of cool to get 2 shades because in the winter I'm definitely pale. And then I also got the Thrive Causemetics Blend and Blur Sponge. So this is kind of what it looks like. It's a really pretty like teal color, like the same kind of as their brand, which is neat. It has like the little T on it. This also launched, of course, with it on the 1st, and it's for $18 US. So same as a normal sponge, you kind of wet it and damp it. Same as a normal beauty blender or sponge. It comes in 18 shades for the Blur CC cream, if I didn't mention that. So I'll show you kind of like the gradient. So this is like the light and then the dark. So it does have a pretty good gradient. It's not like a ton of shades, but for a CC cream, I think it's pretty decent. And there is a bit of a gradient in the shades, as you can see, which I think is pretty amazing. All right, so I'm gonna actually go wet this and then I'll be right back and we'll go ahead and try applying. Okay, so it did get quite a bit, like not huge, but it got quite a bit bigger and it feels really nice. Like it doesn't feel like super firm. So that's always a good sign when it feels like nice and squishy. So I have that all ready. So we're gonna go ahead and apply the foundation. I think I am gonna go in with Fair Light. I do think the fair shade is more my undertone, but I want to go with the Fair Light because I am a bit more tanned currently. So we're going to go ahead and use that one, and I'm going to apply, I think, directly to the sponge. Okay, so I'm back and I have my shade in my hand. We're going to go ahead and apply that to my sponge, as I said in the last clip. So let's go. So let's get to applying this to my face. So we'll start over on this side. Okay, so that's it applied to one half of my face. I think it's looking pretty good so far. Like it looks pretty like a natural kind of finish, but it does have a little bit of like glowiness to it, which I personally like. And I would say it's probably like light medium at the most with that one little bit. So I'm gonna go in with another layer on this side, and then I think I will try a brush on the other side just to give it a go. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab just a little bit more product. All right, so I have a little bit more of that on there. I'm just gonna place that in this area and on my forehead. And around my nose. I do think the sponge is actually quite nice. Like it's not like taking up a ton of the product, which I was a little bit worried about, so that's really good. All right, so it definitely builds up. Like it looks really, really good so far. I'm really actually liking this. I think it looks so nice. And I would say I have about medium coverage now on this side. That's like the side without it. That's the side with it. I do think it looks pretty good, and it's actually blending quite nicely into my skin. Like it doesn't look too light once I have it blended in. So now I'm actually going to go in and I'm going to try using the brush on the other side just to see if it makes like any difference like in application. But I do feel like that sponge applies it really nicely. So I'm going to put the same like one pump on this side, and then we're going to go in and just kind of apply it. All right, so I feel like with a brush, I got more coverage right off the bat, but like it looks pretty nice applied with a brush as well. So I think you could use either beauty tool. Like I think it looks just as good with either. There's not a lot of streaks, and I'm just using the Morphe, the Y6 brush, but I think it looks pretty good. It looks good really on both sides, but I do think I got more coverage with the brush right off the bat, but that is typical with a brush and a beauty sponge, just because the beauty sponge does soak up a little, but I didn't find that one soaked up a lot, so I do really like that one. And I'm going to actually go back in with it and just finish up this side. I'm going to put just a little bit more on this side, just a little. I'm not even going to put a full pump, I think. We'll do like, well, you're going to do like half a pump. And we'll go in and blend that out. So I think I have that all blended out. It's looking pretty nice. Like I'm pretty into like the little bit of glow that it's giving to my skin. It's sitting really nice. It's not like cakey on my forehead or by my nose. It is, of course, I still feel like more of a like medium finish at the most. You probably could build it to full, but I think it looks good like this, especially for the summer. It's looking really good on my skin. So far, so good. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna go off camera and just do the rest of my makeup and then we will come back. Alright guys, so I have all of my makeup fully applied. I actually had to take a break for a moment, but I am back. Everything is completed. I put on some concealer. I'm wearing the Too Faced, the new multi-use sculpting concealer. I've really been liking that one. I'm going to use just a little bit of this Laura Mercier, what is this called? Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder in number 1. I just thought I'd put this in here because I've been really loving this. It's kind of like a glowy kind of powder to put over your skin if you don't want to lose kind of the luminosity to your skin with powdering. So I didn't put as much translucent powder on. Instead, I used this. I just used the translucent powder under my eyes. I really like the glow that this CC cream gave, so this really helped keep that. I just thought I would throw that in there. But this is how it's looking so far. I think it looks really pretty. Really pretty. Like, it's looking really good so far. So I'm really stoked about that. It still has the luminosity to it. It went over my forehead area really nice, which is a trouble area for me. It hasn't caked up yet or anything around this area. It's just looking really beautiful and glowy, and I such a buildable product and kind of lightweight. It has the SPF in it. It's a vegan, it's cruelty free, which is also all good things. Yeah, and I just like kind of the stance behind Thrive, so I'm excited to have gotten to try this. I'm gonna wear it throughout the day and I'll come back and kind of do a check-in for you guys if you guys want to see how it's standing up throughout the day, where this is the first time for me trying it. We'll see how long it lasts. I'm not doing a ton today, but you'll still get kind of a representation of how it lasts on my skin and my thoughts on like who I think this would be good for. But yeah, guys, I will be back in a few hours. Alright guys, so I am back for my final check-in. So it's roughly 9 o'clock. This has been on since 11 a.m. or so it's about 10 hours, so definitely a long time wear. So I'm just gonna zoom you in and you guys can kind of see what it's looking like. So far, I think it's looking pretty good for just being a CC cream. So I will zoom you in a little bit and you guys can kind of take a look up close. Alright, so I have you nice and zoomed in. So this is kind of what this area is looking like. This is what my forehead is looking like over on this side. And we'll see if we can zoom you in just like around the mouth area. So down around here, I think it is faded maybe like slightly, but nothing too bad, but it definitely has faded along this area a little bit. I have been outside a bit and it has been pretty warm, so that could be why. So I'll zoom you out a little bit more, and that's kind of what the forehead area is looking like. So I'll zoom you into the forehead as well, so that's kind of what that area is looking like. So overall, I think it's looking pretty good. Like, I don't see any areas that it's like really coming off a lot. Maybe a little bit around this nose area, and you can see it a little bit in here, but it hasn't really caked up or looked kind of like cakey around this area, which tends to happen to me. So let me zoom you back out. All right, so I have you zoomed back out, so you kind of got an idea of what my skin looked like up close. So like I said, I think it's looking pretty good. My highlight is still on, my bronzer is still on nicely. Nothing has really rubbed off. So I'm really happy with how it looks. I do feel like this is still pretty dewy on me. And like I said, I didn't really set this heavily, so that could be why it faded a little bit down here. So I'll try it out more with like setting it a little bit more. But I do like the luminous finish, so that's why I chose not to set it too heavily. But I do think if you did have oily skin, this may be a little bit too luminous for you. You could definitely try it out. Even though it is oil-free, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work on your skin, but it definitely is great, I think, for normal to dry skin. So if you are like me, I think you would like it, and if you like a more luminous finish. So far I like it. I'm going to keep wearing it this week, and if I have any more thoughts, I'll kind of update it in the description box, or I'll post it over on my Instagram. I did film a little video over there as well. You can check that out. It's on my IG, as I said, at Shannon Shaw's Beauty, and that is connected to my YouTube if you guys want to head over there. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. So far, I do really like the CC cream. I think it's great for summer. It's lightweight, but you can build it up, which I think is a super bonus. It is available now. It released on August 1st, as well as the sponge that I used in the video, the beauty sponge. That is also available for $18. And the CC cream, I believe, is $38 US. I will link everything down below if you want to go ahead and check it out. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys did like the video, of course, make sure you hit a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.